Hey everyone, how's it going? It's That Nerd Ryan here, and today we are reviewing the book Star Wars: The High Republic Quest for the Hidden City. So I will say the title is a little misleading because the Hidden City is kind of discovered 3/4 of the way through the book, and it's not fully mentioned beforehand. At least I didn't catch it being mentioned. I did read this book in 4 days, so I kind of did power read it, but it's still a good book altogether. So the premise, we're going to go straight into spoilers, is that there is a planet called Abudas, I believe it's pronounced, that called for the High Republic for help. Unfortunately, the war that's going on in the last review that we did in Convergence between Eiram and E'Rano has cut off supply to this planet. This is another twin system, by the way, where Eiram and E'Rano rotate around each other on a moon. This one rotates with the planet Glam around a sun. So Glam is a desolated and destroyed planet. It was mined by Obadas to near extinction, or whatever you want to call it. The planet is now unstable. Also, people have been coming back with something called the Miner's Curse, which is basically like Miner's Lung here, but worse. We'll get to that later because that's a plot twist. But yeah, so anyways, we follow a group of Jedi Pathfinders who intercept a message that the original Pathfinder team that came to help Abadas was ambushed and disappeared off the map. They mentioned something about the planet Glam. So anyways, they head there and they meet the people of Abadas, who are bat-like creatures. I just immediately thought of Man-Bat from Batman. But yeah, and they kind of explain what happened. Also during this time, we noticed that a family of hyperspace prospectors, known as Das and Spence, are stranded on Glam. They were kind of just ditched by a fellow prospector and fought to fend for themselves and try to get off by themselves. And they're being attacked by these monsters that we keep hearing about. So the Jedi team, by the way, is named Solandra and Rupert, and they also have a pilot, Dietrix, a medic that I cannot think of the name, but they have a Millerun medic, and then they have their team as well as 2 droids for communications. So the team decides to split up, leaving the communications team at Abadas to fix their communication, and they take 2 of the people of the homeworld known as the Catacute. They take 2 Catacute with them, Middick and Rillick. During their heading to the planet, Rillick gets violently ill, so the medic decides to stay back with one of the droids. The other droid stayed back on Abadas. And Rupert has a vision of somebody. So Rupert and Solandra go after the vision, while Middick and Dietrix go after the last known area, which was basically around the Hidden City by the mines. They were mostly referred to as mines in this. So as that happens, we get a good look of the creatures who look almost identical to the Catacute, except where the Catacute can't fly, these creatures can. Their noses are also different, and they have talons. So another thing that Rupert notices is the entire planet is just covered in the dark side. So she does have to deal with that. So they end up following her vision, where they run into the sole survivor of the original Pathfinder group, Rook. At this time, too, we also learned that Rillick is faking... He is sick, but he's embellishing it so that way he can steal their ship and sell the last of the ore that is on Glum to basically the war effort to profiteer. So he overpowers the medic and tries to start plugging in coordinates to the Irano-Eiram system. And the medic breaks free and knocks out Rillick, who is now actually showing symptoms of the Miner's Curse. So as that happens, Dietrich and Middick find Spence and Das and basically save them, but then go into the Hidden City and are attacked by these creatures, which we find out through Rook that they're basically zombified Catacute who turned from the Miner's Curse. Basically, the minerals are of the dark side, and they changed the entire insides of these Catacute people, making them mindless, savage zombies. So the three of them discover that at the same time that Rillick is the villain here, so they go to save Rillick, to save the medic from Rillick. As that happens, the communications team fixes communications, where they tell everybody what's going on. So the medic's able to communicate that he was able to free himself and that they need to save the other group. So the whole group teams up together at the end. Everybody's saved. The mine is sealed, or the Hidden City sealed, so there's no more zombie Catacute. However, there's one left, and Rillick is also turning at this point. So they slow down the process, the other one disappears, and the team makes it back. We get to see that Salandra, who's the Jedi Master of Rupert, is going to Jeddah. Rupert is going to, I believe it was Irano. No, she's going to Batu, I'm sorry. With Das and Spence. And then, of course, the Catacute are going to live happily ever after. They're getting an alternate source from the High Republic. So yeah, it's a short book, easy read, obviously made for kids, but I did really enjoy it. I enjoyed all the characters, I thought they were good. I did feel like Rillick was a little too mustache twisty. I did feel it was weird having zombies in Star Wars. I mean, I know we've had it before, but this type of zombie felt very weird. But yeah, I thought the planets were pretty cool too. Abydos is a highly advanced planet, but only underground. It's hard to find. And Glum being a desolate nexus of the dark side, I thought was very cool too. It reminded me of Axamine Station a little bit. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to give the book a 8 out of 10. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell. Follow me on all my social media down below. It's That Nerd Ryan, signing off.